Hi everyone.
Hello.
So I'm not going to not act like when we're recording this isn't in the middle of the Rooster Teeth shitstorm. We're not going to comment on that in this because we mentioned last time that I kind of got emotional watching these episodes because I kind of miss earlier Rooster Teeth,
Nostalgic.
and I would like to think of slightly better times with Rooster Teeth than kind of just thinking of how it was behind scenes for certain people. I just hope it gets better for them. And I really don't want to think about it because that whole company I used to love is falling apart in itself. So we're just going to talk about the episode. Anyways, so outside of obviously one thing that happened that Ryan's no longer there, Port's new voice.
Yeah, do we know who it is?
No, I have no
Dang it.
idea who that is.
I keep forgetting to look it up.
I didn't even know he had a new voice.
Yeah, because Ryan's no longer there because some stuff. Yeah. Anyway, it's a lot more what do I want to say? Manly.
Yeah.
But it still has a tinge to it. The guy does a very good impersonation of what Ryan used to do.
Yeah, that's why I didn't even know the first time until you guys
Yeah,
saw that.
and whoever does Glinda is very close to what the girl that originally did Glinda's voice did. So who they got is very close. The only one that is actively noticeably different is the about 20 seconds again that we got to hear Roman's voice.
Okay, but like if it's good though.
No, I have nothing against it. Like that's the one where they didn't go for an impersonation. Like he just did his own thing, and I was okay with it. I have nothing against it. It's just that was the one where they didn't try to. He didn't try to impersonate Gray, which is fine because like Jason Lieberch didn't try to perfectly do forgot his name. Oh my gosh, Edward Elric. What's his name?
The voice actor?
Yeah, Vic Mignogna. That's what his name was. Vic
I was about
Mignogna.
to say, I was like, wait,
Yeah,
isn't
he
it
didn't
like, I was like, yo.
I didn't realize what you were trying to do just now.
Yeah, like he didn't. Jason Lieberch is the guy that took over for Crow. He didn't try to purposely. He tried to keep the same like gruffness in his voice, but did something different, which I'm fine with. I actually literally prefer Jason's voice. So we got a little bit of. Well, I suppose I should just ask favorite moments since like that's what we normally do. Miss Al, go ahead. Or Blake.
My summer passed.
Sorry.
No, it's good.
Go ahead.
Oh God. I actually kind of liked how they like mentioned about Blake. I don't remember. I felt like it was more dramatic in the original.
It was in a different location too. They were in the dorm room when she runs off. And they were I remember that led to the argument, but like she screams at Weiss and didn't mean to do it. Like it slipped and then she ran off.
Yeah.
And this time she totally meant it and then just kind of stands there and is like, "Nah, I'm pissed."
Fight me.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's done slightly differently.
I kind of like that it was in the same location, like outside though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was a little janky in the original that they were outside, then suddenly in the dorms, and then, everybody's running around looking for her. This had a little better flow with all the walking around.
Yeah, they had it more contained than the last time. The Summer, go ahead.
Oh, what I like?
Yeah.
I still like that we have no explanation of why Weiss suddenly changes her outfit for that fight in the classroom.
Oh, yeah. That's true. That is very true.
I just remember when the episode originally premiered and everyone's like, wait, why is Weiss not in her school uniform now?
I never thought about that till just now.
So I'm glad that was there. Huh. Again, I love the little small details of just kind of throwing in like Blake and Yang into the scenes with Ruby and Weiss. Just kind of makes them feel like they're more there.
Yeah.
What else do I like? It's not in the dub, which I'm a little sad about, but I will say it for the dub. In the dub, Penny actually voices out her emotions. She says like grin, like when she was smiling. I might have missed it, but I'm pretty sure she didn't do it in the dub, and I was a little sad because I was really
No.
hoping she'd be like doing the same thing.
That's a very Japanese thing.
Yeah.
That like they've
I
done.
know, like for us, we got like the sound effects that like sees like robotic.
Yeah, it's like they do that in I can't remember which one of the volumes. I want to say Dio does it once, and I want to say volume 3 like actively says grin if you listen to it in the sub. But yeah, that's a very very Japanese thing that they say out emotion sometimes. But
yeah, I was like, I don't know if they'll do it for the dub because I know that's a very Japanese kind of anime thing to do, to have certain characters with that quirk.
Yeah.
Which, since we're like at the point, I want to point something out that I have been enjoying since I've been going back and forth watching the sub and dub for reasons like this.
Okay.
Which is the main reason why I was excited for the Ice Queendom. I kind of like the personality tweaks to fit a little more into how anime Japan does these characters, like Yang being what is it? Genki girl, that's the word. Just they're like very energetic and all that.
Okay.
Just little things like that, and how they give them those little quirks. It's like, okay, that's cute. Like the whole thing with Penny I mentioned.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually liked how she was like presented. I didn't even know what I was like. Oh, we're going to see Penny. I was surprised seeing Sun too for some reason.
I honestly kind of anyone that watched those reviews, I was slightly being incredibly kind, slightly pissed off at how Penny's fate was handled. So I teared up a bit when they crashed into Penny because I legit forgot we met Penny that early. I'm like, well, oh yeah, they run into Penny now.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh
yeah. I was like, oh my pure sweet innocent angel, I miss you. I know you were in the last episode we watched, but I miss you so much. But I do like that again. They slightly changed stuff. Like you saw Weiss watching Pyrrha talking to Jean and supporting him on the rooftop, and you also got that be the moment where she awakens his semblance instead of in the forest.
Yeah.
That was cool. And it totally puts Weiss in a different light, because when she supported RWBY and got her the coffee before, it's because Port set her straight. And like she actually forgave RWBY. Now she's just doing it to try and make herself look like a better student.
Yeah.
Like she actually is not recovering as well as she did in the original show. And obviously that's for the point of that the Nightmare Grim is taking her over. Which it makes sense. Which I'm like, if you're going to change that little bit of a detail.
It's actually a good detail to change.
It is. I also like how the nightmare, when you're inside of it, kind of just looks like you're walking into a labyrinth. I was like, oh, wait. Shaft did this? Shocker.
I know.
But yeah, I wasn't expecting that we were going to get the nightmare situation with Jean, because they didn't really show that in the previews. But of anyone else, if you're going to do a preview of what it's like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I thought that was a good way to introduce it. Yeah. I'm sure the John lovers will enjoy that he got it.
Yeah. Nightmares might be my favorite Grim now. That's just a really incredibly cool concept, in my opinion.
I also I thought it was kind of funny that in John's like nightmare, like all his weapon had the bunny on it.
Yes, everything, and how he had the ears as well. I do.
Pumpkin Pete.
Yes, I also like that he called out to Saffron. Like they're acknowledging that they're like, oh wait, we know one of his sister's names, so we can have him say it.
Yeah.
Because they're not like, we're not going to have him say a different name because we don't know if they even have those names picked out.
Also, when they like want to go in his dream and you used to see them like laying down the reb and the cute little voodoo dolls. Roosters, he's so them. Low key, I will probably buy that.
Oh, absolutely.
Like little voodoo doll keychain.
Also, John's family in his dream, like it's probably just his dream, but man, they're mean.
Yes, and I love the voices of them. The first one was pretty legit, and then the second one was literally just Miles Winner going, "Ah, you're so terrible, having You just imagine Miles going, "Can I just be an absolute dork with the second one that's overly cartoonishly violent?" But then we finally get to see. Oh, now their name escaped me. The teacher, I
Port?
would say, no,
The one that's doing the dream thingy?
the witch teacher, yes.
Xion!
Shion.
Yeah.
Shion, yes.
That's
But
what it was.
and they're really cool. Their
I love
designs
her.
awesome.
Love her.
Is it her or is it a they? I'm confused. I want to
They,
be
them.
sure. They
Okay.
them.
They, them
Yeah,
is the pronouns
okay.
for the character.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. My
Okay.
bad.
I was
My
not
bad.
sure because like it has a look of one, a voice of the other, and a mannerisms of both
Yes.
at times, and I'm like,
And normally, Xion is more like female
Yeah.
character. That's why I keep saying she.
yeah, but no, it's okay. We're all good. Yeah, the the one thing where I was like, oh yeah, this is still more of a comedy based at this point, is that they literally had like radial dial telephone to call into the nightmare to be like, we found him.
Pug.
What? Why could you didn't have ESP to be like mind melding with them? You had a dial tone phone? That's someone where I'm like, thank you, Japan. so much. Oh God.
Italian boomer is so in.
It's like that's before I was born. We didn't have rotary click phones.
How do you know? How do you know what it's called then, Boomer? I didn't even know.
Because
it had
I know
a name.
what terms mean, Boomer.
That doesn't
It's
make
okay.
any sense. That
It's
just means I
okay.
know.
It's okay. Ty is someone his boomer.
What did you call me, Summer?
I said I'm dumb. Oh, that's rude.
I'm just gonna have that ready from now on. Anyway, so we also we got to see the same exact situations. I was kind of shocked that you actually got voice acting from Bernie as the cop. That kind of shocked me. I mean, I understand we had him as Ty, but I didn't think we were gonna bring back the cop for whatever reason. Like
I completely forgot he voices Ty.
He does. He voices Ty, and he voiced that cop, and then also in that scene there was another cop that was voiced by Joel Mann, who was the one Rooster Teeth founding father that kind of went his way out. He was the original voice of Oobleck. So if Oobleck shows up again, he will have a different voice actor.
Okay.
So yeah,
cool.
yeah. So they just didn't have that other copy there. So I was like, okay, I understood why you did that. Do you like how they didn't show the fight with Penny, but then had her looking like the Terminator? What's the scene?
I thought
I
that
know,
was funny,
that
but
whole entire like
I wanted her
scene
fight.
got cut out.
But like everything was on fire, and she looked like a demon, like with her blade spinning in the background with her shadow. I was like,
Yeah, it didn't even.
ahead.
Like it didn't even show Blake and son like going into the right fan that whole like meet and typo deal.
No, like he literally showed up. They jumped, and then he's like, "All right, I must go now." Then he went back out because they're like, "We're getting to the meat and potatoes here because in the next episode is when they actually have the plot divergence."
Yeah.
And we actually kind of got it now because they have her more get fixed versus acting like she was fixed. And then that's when her, I guess, shadow of herself creeps in.
Yeah.
Because now she's gone. So yeah, this is the last jumping off point. Because this is the third episode. They showed all three at first, so it makes sense that they had the plot, I want to say, near the same episodes all in one group.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So after this, we're officially into the new stuff next episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which the preview picture is RWBY in her snowboarding uniform. Oh man, this is so weird watching this because I don't know how this goes, but like me and Admin Crow, oh boy, starting back in volume 3, wrote our first RWBY fan fiction that is literally about what would happen if like RWBY and Weiss were together and then RWBY died and Weiss went like nuts and like and became like a tyrannical ruler. So I was like, all of a sudden when Ice Queendom ran, Crows like started messaging me on Facebook, dude.
I guess someone read that fanfic.
I'm like, okay. Because something got spoiled for me, I know that it doesn't follow part of what it does, but like we'll see. I do also like that I'm currently on this channel uploading fresh takes for a Comic a Kill. Oh boy, when someone designed Weiss's outfit, had they recently watched a Comic a Kill?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. We got inspiration from that character very deeply.
An ice-powered user with a German name that means masochist, to an ice user with a German name whose name means white snow. My God, look at that color palette. I'm like, guys, are we serious? It looks cool. It does, and it's distinguished just enough to make it look different.
It's a
wow. Crow. No, I wanted to say Crow said it to me, but I said it to him. I was like, when the kids ask if we can go see S Death, and you say we have S Death at home. Which I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. That was just my first thought where I was like, we could have varied up the costume a little bit more. Just a touch. But yeah, I'm excited to see where it actually diverges off. That'll be cool. So, like, I know 2 scenes that are spoilers. I know a character's costume, that's a giant spoiler. And I know a screenshot of something that looks very weird. That looks straight out of a 90s sitcom. That I was like, what in the bloody blue hell is going on here? But I don't know what either episodes they're in, so technically I'm not spoiled.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
Got a couple spoilers, like out of context, so I don't know when it happened.
I watched the series, so
you know. Yeah, yeah, it's but anyways, yeah, we'll get on out of here. We have some catching up to do. I was out of town and other stuff came up, but we should be back to our regular scheduled uploads soon. I promise. All right. Anyways, so Blake, where can everybody find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Kiba028.
And Summer, where can everybody find you in your obsessions?
You can find me on Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram, all under Ray Sketch It, where I post art when I feel like finishing it.
Which is never.
Yes. And you can find me everywhere at Organoid0, which this will be getting uploaded tomorrow. I'll be streaming Gotham Knights on Friday for anybody that wants to watch it. That's it. All right. Until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.